All right. Good morning, everybody. We're back. We're back live, scalping the S&P 500 this morning. Maybe a bit of NQ. How's everyone doing? We're day trading. I'm going to pop up a screen real quick just before open. We're about to open. Cody, good to see you. Good morning from Texas. Good to see you, Cody. Bright and early. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, where were we? The weekend. Not much really. I did see some news about Trump tariffs again. Oh, we just opened. Oh, look at that volume come in. Look at that volume on the sell side get trapped right at the bottom. And we're going straight into these gaps right now. There's a bunch of gaps up here. This is all gap territory on the higher time frames, lower time frames, all gap territory. So I'd love to see what might happen here. Peter, good morning to you. Quantum, good evening from Singapore. Good evening to you. Con, great to see you, my friend. How are you? Cash bands, afternoon, everyone from South Africa. Amazing. We got everyone from all different countries. Oh, we're just in that. All right, this is the last bit of the gap. Let's see if there's any sell pressure that comes in. I could go for a potential scalp if I see something. It's moving very quick. I might go in for a quick short, actually. I'm going to go in for a quick short just because I can have a... Oh, what the hell have I done? Trade levels. What did I do? I am going against the volume, which is a little bit risky, but because I can have such a tight stop, because realistically, if we break above this gap, then I'm going to be looking at going long. And this is the last line of defense. So I'm just going to see if there's a quick little reversal here, because I see that happen so often in the indices. You get this. Look at these sellers coming in. I want to see them now trap a lot of the buyers. Look at that buy pressure, though. 3,000. Definitely going against the grain here. I just want to see if these sellers can hold up. If they can't hold up here, then I'm getting out. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I want to see TradingView a bit more in depth. How's everyone doing? Cherry, Habib, Cash Bands, Luca, Amar, Benjamin, Talal, Autumn. Everyone is here. Amazing. Amazing. I will get to the chat in a second. I just want to see what happens here. We've got to stay below those sellers. They're starting to break out. No, the sellers are still trying to defend that little area. Have they got it? Have they got it? Nah, I don't think they have. Oh, look at that. 200-300. Hold it. Nah, we're out. Never mind. I thought there might be a little quick potential reversal here. Just a quick little spike down, but not quite. It seems like we broke above that gap. All right. I am bullish then. I am going to be bullish because sometimes on the open you get these really heavy opens, right? Where the market shoots in one direction, like we did here. Like we shot up really quick with a lot of volume, and then you get that kind of V-shaped reversal type thing happen. I thought maybe that might be the case here since we're already at the top. If I'm wrong, it's only a small, I don't even know what my loss is, $60, not a lot. But if you're right, then you get that, you catch the full move. So worth the risk, right? But now we're looking for a pullback into that area. And then I'm just going to have a look at if I got all these zones correctly. I think I do. Yeah, they're all looking good. I mean, it could still very much, we're still near these highs. So we haven't actually really broken out yet. So I'd want to see a bit more of a break, to be honest, before I go really commit to a long here. Just looking at the volume again, the buy side volume's actually starting to, they're really piling it on, but we'll see. We'll wait for a bit more confirmation here. Let's have a look at the chat. Good evening from Brussels. Wow, we're global here. Dr. Me, good to see you. Sammy, you the best in analyzing the charts. Very simplicity. Big ups. Thank you, Cash Bands. Thank you. I want to get a good scalp in. I want to get a good trade in. because we've literally opened up in a very interesting area. So yeah, I think we didn't quite get the pullback I'm waiting for. I want a little bit more. Like, are the buyers going to exhaust here, and are we going to get this reversal potentially? Starting to look, I don't know. I don't think we got any news as well coming out. No, we're good. News-wise, we're dead today, so could be all right. From Dublin, Gary from Dublin, amazing. Only recently discovered your content. It's excellent. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. So we got people from America, Singapore, Brussels, South Africa, Dublin. Where else? What other countries do we have? Sam, and Sam. I finally found you live. Johnny, yes, finally. Clemson, good to see you. Oh, this might be it. I want to see how effective these sellers. Nah, it looks like it might still be a buy here. I think this is the retest that we were waiting for. The only thing I'm a little bit iffy about is the fact that we're right by that high. I really don't want to be buying into a high, because that's where a lot of people got their take profits. And if a lot of people got their take profits, that's going to be a lot of people exiting the market. Where the hell's where's my chart? Oh, there it is. So I'm a little bit cautious buying near the highs. And we do have the sell pressure coming in. I'm just going to put my phone on charge. 1 second. Croatia, Brisbane. So we've got Australia, Philippines. Man, everyone from everywhere. I wonder what the most obscure country is. We're also entering the value area. We are. I still think this is potentially, it might do a little reversal thing here, but we'll see. It's kind of balanced out quite quickly, this market. The initial buy pressure is kind of laid off. But then at the same time, I'm seeing, I am seeing a buy here as well. How many points away are we from the high? Let's have a look. We're about 12 points away. Okay. It might not be bad to go in for a buy, to be honest. All right, let's go in for a buy, because we technically have broken out of this gap. We've come back on the other side. We're retesting it. Just there's a gap here as well. There's a gap here as well. We could very easily drop down to these lows. Do you see what I mean? If that's the case, then, if we break below here, I'm going to get out, and then I'm going to wait for it to go into these gaps before I buy it. So I'm front running it again in order to, so I can literally, I'll just manually close. I've got my finger on exit, should that happen. But I do want to see, and then in terms of take profit, I mean, these highs really will be the obvious, but we'll see what happens when we get to the highs. Whether people actually exit the market. If we see a big spike in buyers come in here, then we know everyone's getting out the market. So we're about to approach it. Let's have a look. A little bit of a spike in buyers, but nothing too major yet. There's still, predominantly a lot of buyers still in the market. But there was definitely some profit taking happening in these. And this is why I don't like trading near the high, because you get people exiting the market, and it has this really kind of choppiness before, like when it does break out, it will break out eventually, obviously. It has to, right? But it doesn't have to, but at some point, it could be a month in the future, who knows, right? But in terms of scalping, getting in at the highs, I always feel a bit nervous about it. I'd rather be more likely to short it. I feel a bit better then. But if this is a continuation trade, then I've got to treat it like that. I have to technically follow the rules of the plan. But I'm seeing those sellers come in. They did have a bit of a spike in buyers there. So I do think people are exiting the market, annoyingly. We might get a retracement. But we'll see how good these sellers are. I've got my finger on exit just in case. I can just get out and then jump back in at a better price, should that be. Because I am quite high up in the range, which is not nice. Look at those sellers coming in. Look at that. That's buyers dropping out as well. 600 now. Let's see how effective they are. If they remain quite effective, I'm liking that it's dropping down. It went from 6 to 200, which is good. That means some aggressive buyers are coming in to buy the market. We need to see this candle kind of push up a little bit, right? We need to really hold then this kind of area where those buyers came in. If we start drifting below, then those buyers failed. And if they failed, it doesn't look good. Yeah, look, they're starting. We're already back up to 500 again. It looks like they're drifting below slightly. Another 400. Yeah, you see the sellers. I think the retracement might be coming. Unfortunately, I don't think it's truly the continuation has yet to happen. Look at that. Look at that. I think we might go a bit deeper down before we go back up, which is fine. Just going to see if the buyers step in this little area here. If not, yeah, we're broken through. All right, I'm going to get out of this trade. Look at that, 500 again. Back down to 3, back down to 5. Damn. 600, 700. All right, let's get out of that trade. Let's wait for a deeper retracement, which I think is happening now, and then we can potentially buy it. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that, 1,000. So that is a lot of buyers getting squeezed out here. Let's see if this is the area that holds now. $200, $300, $500, $600. It's not bad buy pressure, but it's not very effective. You see how the buyers are coming in, but we're not actually really pushing up. It's not ready yet. Not ready yet. Again, buyers coming in, but you see how they're just not able right now to push it up. I don't think it's ready yet. Come on. Show me something. Yeah, that's not ready at all. Where's Peter? I think the Hammerfoot candle's coming. Peter, are you here? I saw you were here. Yay. Peter's here. Good morning. There you go. Yeah. I think the Hammerfoot candle, it might be, that is a Hammerfoot candle right there. So technically, you would short the market. Yeah, I think the reversal is, look, we're undoing. I think this is a full scale reversal again. I think my original idea of the buyers dying out and then the reversal was actually correct. So we've got a little bit chopped up here, but it's fine. We'll catch the trade. But let's actually see. So now we're below the open candle. Kind of. Pretty much. I mean, we kind of dip below it ever so slightly, but we'll see. We'll see. This could still be a retracement, though. It's not. We haven't got much data apart from that. We're just in that kind of area. Let's see. If I see the volume distribution go more on the buy side, I'll jump in for a buy. But otherwise, I also don't want to short it below this candle. So I'm waiting for Dr. Kais. Good to see you. There's a lot of doctors in my chat. We've got Dr. Kais and I think Dr. Me. And I think there was another doctor at some point. Are you guys actually doctors? Or is that just like a thing, you know, a username type thing? Yeah, Peter, the hammer candle came here. So you would have a stop right above the candle, 1-to-1, right? That would be it. That would be the trade on the hammer candle. It occurred. Dr. Midset, or mindset, I'm assuming. No, I'm not. We did actually have a doctor trader on Oda Prime. There was a guy who was like a doctor. I don't know what he specialized in again, but he was smashing it. He was really good as well. I think he had like a 20K payout or something. He was a doctor. I was like, damn, man, this guy's just raking in the money left, right, and center. Doctor's salary isn't enough. Got to keep topping it up. I mean, fair play to him, right? Would have worked. It would have worked, Peter. Well, almost. We're about a tick away from TP, but it would have worked pretty much, I would say. But I am seeing those sellers kind of spiking at the bottom here. They could potentially be trapped, some of these sellers. We'll see what happens. But again, we had that seller spike over there. Let me look on the 15-minute if I see any kind of... Yeah, the 15-minute definitely looks to me more bearish. That looks like it was just a little blip. It's definitely more bearish for me. I think my original idea was correct. It just went a little bit funny at the top here. But we'll see. Because now I'm kind of 50-50. Because we could just be in a range again. I mean, the volume distribution isn't... let's find out, actually. If it's a triangle, we're in a range. Nah, it's not really a triangle. So we're not in a range, in my opinion, yet. If it does one more rotation up, then I believe we're in a range. But we'll see. Got the day off today. Get to watch you live. Andy, amazing. What is it you do, Andy? I'd love to know, like, the careers of everyone watching as well. Let me know, guys. What's your day job? He's a banker. Damn, Andy. That's amazing. A banker. I love it. It's not that exciting. I don't know, man. You're in the financial industry. This is perfect for you. Development engineer. What do you develop, Aimer? Like software or? I have no idea. I'm seeing the sellers starting to fail. Like, look at all that volume they're posting at the bottom here. And okay, we had a bit of a push down, but nothing too major yet. I think we've just undid the open. I think the buyers might take control again. Because the open, we started out at plus 9,088. We're now at, whoa, that's a lot of sell pressure that came in, because now we're at 2,000. So actually, 7,000 additional sellers have come in since the open. And they've really only moved it back down to the open, right? Buyers are definitely more efficient right now. But that is a lot of sell pressure coming in. I think get above these sellers, we might have something. I might go in for a buy, to be honest. I think this might be... I'm not seeing any confirmation, but I might go in. Like, nothing's been confirmed yet. This would be front running it again, but I feel a bit risky today. I feel a bit more front runny in my approach. So I do want to see a bit of, buy pressure come in. I want to see what happens at these in this area here. 147, 112. The volume's pretty low. But the buyers do tick it up when they do come in. Let's see. Now you see the volume distribution. When the sellers do come in, they do actually push it down. They're coming in so aggressively. 400, 500. Oops. And technically speaking, we broke past the gap, right? Come in for a retest and then you continue down. That's the idea. This area here seems to be a bit of a range. So we were at 2.3. We're now at 1 point. That is a hell of a lot more sellers coming in, and they're just moving it sideways. The efficiency is more for the buyers. Fuck it. I'm going to go in for a buy. I'm going to have a really tight stop. Why not? I'm not seeing the buyers come in with volume. That's the only downside. I need the buyers to come in heavy. They're just not here yet. They're not transacting. But if we break past and the sellers want to push it down, fine. I'm going to front run it. And if we do go up a little bit, then I can add on the positions, because then I think we're in a range. But I'm just not seeing the buyers come in. Like, look at that. It's always sellers, 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 sellers. And although they're not very efficient, yeah, look at that volume coming in. They're gonna stop me out. Yeah, nah, I wasn't ready yet. All right. There's a lot of volume on the sell side, but look, we're back down to 599. They're going to get squeezed out. They have to get squeezed out at this point. They've posted way too much volume. Here's a bit of buy pressure. Let's go in again for a buy. Let's see if we can hold above, because I think if this move happens, it's going to be a good move, and I want to catch it. We need to hold above these buyers here. Doesn't matter about the take profit. The take profit will be dynamic. It can be anywhere. Who cares right now? We need to hold above them. If we can hold above these buyers and squeeze out some of these sellers, especially those big ones here, these guys need to be squeezed out. We want to really squeeze them out, because they've posted too much volume, these sellers, and they're not pushing it down really. Let's look at the chat real quick. Professional unemployed trader full-time. Cody, 4 years of full-time trader. That's amazing, man. In manufacturing industry, mainly railway. Really good, really good. Waiting to see if we close below the 15-minute opening range. No, sorry. Orbis opening range breakout, right? It stands for the 15-minute. What time is it? So it would be 45 would be the opening range. So there's the low, and then the high would obviously be up there. Okay, cool. Nice. I don't really trade all, but I've been destroyed when I traded against it. Yeah, it's good to stick to a strategy and then just look, as long as it's got an edge, stick to it. Sometimes it's going to be right, sometimes it's going to be wrong. That's just trading, right? But you want to stick to a strategy. What is the indicator that shows big sellers? It's not an indicator. It's a chart type. I'll go into it a little bit later, but there is a video on my channel that explains it. It's called A Footprint. Peter Ilias. Yeah, let me just focus real quick on this, because I need to kind of keep an eye on the orders, because I've kind of, it's hard to look at the chat and keep an eye on an open trade. But look at those sellers coming in again. We really need to stay above those buyers. If those buyers fell, these sellers are just constantly going to keep piling it on. They're too aggressive right now, these sellers. We had a bit of, like, when the buyers came in, they did all right? They just lose steam, these buyers. Look at that, 300 back down to 200. So there is a bit of buy pressure trying to defend it here. These guys are trying to defend, which is good. These buyers here, they are defending. We need to see, like, the same level of aggression. We have posted a bit more volume, right? We went from 599 back up to 2000. So this candle, this buy candle, this big one here, has got a lot of buyers right now in the market who are gonna be quite, what's the word, quite eager to defend. That includes me as well. So hopefully they can defend. If they can't defend, they can't defend. Then that's it. You get squeezed out. But they're definitely they're holding the line, which is good. But these sellers just keep reloading. They keep battering them. Look at that again. Another 500, 600, back down to 5. Another 6. They just keep reloading, these sellers. 700. They're holding it though. The buyers are holding it, but I feel like they haven't got much in them now. This area here might break. If the buyers don't post volume and push this market up, the sellers have got this. They're way too aggressive right now. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The sellers have got it. They just keep piling it on. Another 600. We're back down. Look, we've undid all the volume. We're about to go into the negative. We've just hit the negative on the cumulative. I just want to see what happens here. Otherwise, I'm exiting 400, 500, 600. They're still getting absorbed a bit. Oops, shit. What have I done? I didn't mean to right click. No. Why is... That's fine. Hopefully that exits. I don't know. My mouse has become weird. 1 minute. Look at that. Another 600 at the bottom here. If the buyers can't hold it up, they're going to get overwhelmed here. They're going in for one more shot, maybe. 169, 200. We need to stay above. We've got to stay above. Now, look at that. Another 200, another 300. These sellers are piling it on. They are very aggressive. Another 600. We're out. Let's get out of that. There's too much sell pressure here. They're way too aggressive. They're not giving the buyers any chance here. $666. That's not a good sign. Look at that. Now we're 700, 800. Fuck me, another 1,000. But they're not really pushing it down. There's too much sell volume in the market. This is very dangerous for the sellers. Let me do a quick volume profile from 1 second. Let me do this. I want to see something here. I want to see if there's any gaps that could be a good place. So there's one here. I think this market's going to push up at some point now. There's too much volume in this market on the sell side. Look, we're negative 2,000. We started at plus 9,000. That's 11,000 additional sellers have come in. And we've posted how many points? I can't really see it from here. 1 minute. We'll do a quick measurement. All the way from the top here to down here. 35 points for 11,000 contracts. Nah. That's not right. That's not right. Let's see. We closed below, but it's not doing much. I just like to keep out of the trade just in case. No NQ today. We're doing ES today, Benjamin. Hard enough just trading. I don't know how you can read and respond to the chat as well. Yeah. I mean, it is a bit tough sometimes. Oh, there was another hammerfoot. Where was it? I've missed it. I don't know where it was. Okay, we're in this little gap here. Sammy, it's him, bro. It's him? Sorry, Dr. Me, I don't get. What do you mean it's him, bro? Look at this volume. We're now negative 4,000. It's going to fail. It's going to fail at some point, these sellers. They've put way too much volume in this market now. The problem is when it does fail, a lot of time it moves so quick. I kind of want to get the move before it happens. Do you know what I mean? Look at that. Look at this volume. Minus 4,000 now. I'm going to wait for a bit more confirmation, though. I'm not going to front run it. I'm going to wait a little bit for confirmation here. 300, 400, back to basically 4, 3, 6, 3, 5. Back to 4, 5. It might be ready. We might have something here. I'm liking that the candle, no, sellers came in again. Buyers are, there's something here. There is definitely something happening here. 300, 200. Any second now. There is something here. Back to 400. Look at the candle. It's bullish, but I'm going in for a buy. It's a bullish candle, negative delta. That means the sellers are losing efficiency like crazy. I just hope they don't keep posting more volume, because they can still keep pushing it down as long as they keep posting more volume, which is what they're doing. Yeah, look, they just keep posting more volume, which is annoying. It's again, they just come in so freaking aggressive. 400. I need to see those buyers come in. 600. Fuck me. How much volume is being pushed? We're at -5 now. They're going to get squeezed out here. They have to get squeezed out at some point. Because we started at 9. We're now at -5. That's minus 14,000 contracts in 40 points. That is a lot of money on the line here. Someone is absorbing the other side desperately right now. Because it's moving down, but it's not moving down. It's not really pushing down. That should be a real aggressive push down with the amount of volume that's being posted. Meaning on the book, there's a big buyer in the book here. There has to be a huge buyer ready to kind of squeeze out all these sellers. And when it moves, it's going to move quick. This might be it. As long as the sellers get squeezed out here, we want to see big buyers come in. Look at that. Sellers are still posting. I liked how we instantly absorbed them there. That's looking good. Now the buyers are coming in with a bit more volume. But again, sellers came right back in. Right back in. Let's see if the buyers can hold up here. Main character. Oh, okay. Good morning, my friend. In Joker, good to see you. I see they're still keeping you nerfed. Yes, they are. They are. To be fair, I haven't actually tried. Let me try NQ. No. Yep, still can't. Trading into the point of control. Yeah. At some point, they're going to get squeezed out, these sellers. There's too much volume in this market right now. Way too much. This is an insane amount of volume. This has dropped down. We can make the gap there now. So look, 14,000 contracts came in additional on the sell side, right? 14,000. And we moved down 40 or so points. I can't remember exactly how much, but not a lot, basically. Altogether, 40 on the dot, actually. 40 points on the dot. That's not right. 40 points is not enough for 14,000 contracts. That doesn't add up. The only explanation is that in the book, there are a lot of buy limits absorbing a lot of this. Someone building up a position again. And when their position is filled, you're going to get such aggression come in, and this market is going to shoot up, and all the sellers are going to drop out. And then you get this really nice movement. Come on. Hopefully it happens soon. Quantum job, is that a hammer foot? Which one are we looking at? This one here, the last, the 302 candle, 1502 candle. Is this the one you're on about? Quantum job? Black and white, I'm short. It's not, look at that volume. Oh my God, 900 again came in. These sellers are insane. We're now at -6. -6, people. Jeez, look at that. Damn, they're coming in hard. Yeah, I got to get out of that. I should have set a stop, but it's fine. Damn. All right. Wow. They are still coming in heavy. We're now -9. Give it a moment. They're going to get squeezed out, these sellers. This is too much volume being posted. Oh, let me just set these areas. Jeez Louise. It's not ready yet, but it will happen. It will happen. Come on, zoom in. That in itself is 3,000 contracts. Just in that candle. 400. All right, I'm going to have to wait for confirmation here, or I'm going to get constantly chopped up trying to catch the bottom here. Why is your volume profile like that? What do you mean, black and white? As in, like, why is it like big bars, or the color, or like what exactly? Double click. Nah, see, setting it to 1,000 for me doesn't help me. I like to have the bigger. I need to see the gaps in the volume. All right. Like, you can see it on 1,000, but it doesn't really help me much. Like, these are all small 1 minute gaps. Let me jump to the 15-minute. So I'm looking for these kind of little gaps, and you can see it on, if you put it at 1,000, you can technically see it. Like, let me show you. Oh, no, that's 24,000. We don't want that. So you can kind of see the gaps here, but it's a little, I don't know. Some people, I guess, could spot it easier, but you're looking for sandwiched volume, right? So on the 1,000, you can kind of spot it. Okay, yeah, heavy volume, and it drops down and then back to heavy, and then here's a little drop again. Here's a little drop. You can spot it, but personally, I find it a little bit easier just to see with bigger bars, because then you can just see where the bar drops off. Does that make sense? Like on one bar, and you kind of have a bit more of a defined edge in terms of the actual bar. Like here, where does the volume kind of increase? Is it here, here, here? It's kind of hard to tell, right? So I just have it at default at 24, and then I can kind of see where the volume dropped off and where it starts increasing again. Is it going to be perfect to the T? Of course not, because like it's out. Do you know what I mean? But you got to draw the line somewhere, right? So I just find it easier to have kind of. Why have I got one here? What have I drawn here? Give me a second. I'm on the 15-minute. No wonder. I just figured it out. No, I still have it here. What's going on? Why did I draw it here? All right, let me get rid of this volume profile. I'm getting too many attached into one area right now. Actually, no, that's fine, because that one lines up with that one. That's quite good, actually. I think it's here. And let me just check if it's still in play. So that one did reject. So that one is still in play, I would say. This one, not so much. Yeah, that one I can get rid of now. This one at the bottom with the point of control, that one looks actually quite good. That one I quite like. I'm going to keep that one. Here we go. What are we at? -11. So now 20,000 sell contracts have come in since the open. And we've pushed down. How many points now? We're now at 50. Okay. 50 points for 20,000 contracts. Nah. There's absorption happening, man. Huge absorption happening. We're going to wait, though. Got it. Hi, Sammy. Can we use delta footprint for 5-minute candle, 1 hour for volume profile? Yeah, you can use it for 5 minute. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. You can use the footprint on technically on any time frame. It's better on smaller time frames, but you can absolutely use it on a 5 minute. Like the 5 minutes sometimes easier to read. In terms of the hour for volume, the volume profile for an hour chart is absolutely fine as well. Granted, it will be like longer term areas, but like if you're doing like 1 minute, okay, so like if you're using higher time frames, right? Like this one, like the hour, like these are all smaller volume profiles, more 1 minute ones, right? And then the hour one would be like the real hour ones are like, the much bigger ones on the moves, right? I mean, we are still in a range like long term, so we're just kind of going up and down, but we are coming to the bottom of this longer term range. So I think down here might be a good place to potentially. But if you're doing the 1 minute ones, you have to recognize as well the 1 minute ones are not going to be that strong or that effective. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like longer time frames are going to have a bit more of a oomph to it, Issue with trading views that it's not actual volume, it's just tick volume. It's fake volume profile use, it has a deep share. So that's true if you're using if you're not using the CME data, right? So if you have trading view but you're using the CME and you're subscribed to the CME, then it's real volume. So for example, let me just show you. This is the future CME, comes from the exchange. You do have to buy it, obviously. You have to get the data. But just look at the volume on this candle, right? This little bullish candle here. 880 delta. Now, if I switch to like a CFD version, right, of the S&P, S&P 500 from like a CFD, that's tick volume, right? So it's just taking tick volume right now. This is obviously tick volume. It's bullshit. It shows 5. It doesn't matter, right? Same instrument, but yeah, as long as it's the futures one, you're actually getting it directly from the CME, then yeah, it's legit volume. So depends on which instrument it is. Do you know what I mean? Dr. Kais, I've been scalping these bounces off the whole numbers. Nice little bounce off last week. Point of control combined with a fib. Very nice, Dr. Kais. Good stuff. But if you buy CME, yeah, you got to buy it. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You have to. Otherwise, it's delayed data. It's like 15 minutes delayed, which is pointless. Obviously, like, what for real? I paid 2,000 for ATAS. That is quite pricey. Not gonna lie, 2,000 is quite a lot. But otherwise, you can use. You could use. Let me show you. Use Go Charting. They're not bad actually. Let me show you Go Charting real quick. I'm just going to load it up on the other screen and then show you. Here it is. Come on. All right, let me drag that over. So this is Go Charting. It's another platform. Just make that smaller. So you could use Go Charting. They actually, I would say, they give you a lot more customization, a lot more features. You can use them, but I don't know. Like it's a bit not buggy, but I don't like how when I zoom in, it changes the row size constantly, and you can't fix the damn row size, right? Like I want the row size to be fixed. Every time I zoom in and out, it changes the row size automatically. And as far as I'm aware, in the settings, I've looked through it. I can't fix it. Do you know what I mean? To like just give me a fixed row size, like what TradingView does, because it just makes it a lot easier for me to kind of to see. So that's the only downside to go charting, I would say. And they're a bit slow. Cluster Delta, yeah, that they're like the cheapest, but I got to give it to them. I mean, it's like $7.50 a month, and you got, what do you call it? You got like the full blown footprint and everything. I mean, fair play to them. $7.50, you can't really go wrong. So Cluster Delta, I quite like Cluster Delta. I know it's like, you know, it's a bit janky, but you, it does the job in a weird way. It does the job. I know a trader actually uses Cluster Delta still. Like, he can afford a better platform. Don't get me wrong. The guy's funded and he's got over like $1 million in funding, and he does very well. But he still uses Cluster Delta. He just really likes it. Like, he's so used to it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's what he started on. He's so used to reading it. It's just, it works for him now. So he doesn't even care about upgrading. So, like, fair play, you know? Because I told him, I was like, why don't you go for, like a better platform, something a bit more premium. He's like, no, I like Cluster Delta. It's what he likes, man. I'm like, fair enough. If it works for him, it works, you know? That's all that matters. I've got a bit of experience with Bookmap. I never liked Bookmap, though. I'll be honest. I just didn't like the user interface. Yeah. Look at this volume, man. We're now at minus 17. This is insane. It's gonna shoot up at some point. Like, this is ridiculous amount of absorption happening. The fact that it's not free falling with all this kind of, crazy volume being posted, it just means that in the book right now, there's a big institutional buyer, placing a bunch of buy limits, absorbing, building up a position here somewhere. And they're just, constantly building up loads of icebergs, essentially, loads of little icebergs in this book. So we're going to wait for this institutional buyer to finish their order, because this is a ridiculous size in volume right now. Ola Prime plan. At this point, I've spent over 5K in platforms. Fucking hell, that is a lot. Which one's your favorite, though? Black and white. I'd love to know which one is kind of, because it sounds like you've got a lot of experience with loads of different platforms. Which one kind of resonated with you the most? Sam, Ola Prime plan to use. Oh, do they plan to use TradeC? As far as I'm aware, no, I don't think so. Those orb traders are loving life right now. This is exactly why I keep my eye on it. If it closes above or below the range, so I get out and steamrolled. Definitely. It's definitely a good day for opening range breakouts. Are you not considering deep charts? I am considering deep charts. I really want to try them. I've yet to get round to doing it. I wanted to make like a proper good review video and everything. I've yet to get round to doing it. But deep charts looks really good. Like, genuinely looks really, really good. Why don't you make a Discord, man? You know what it is? Because I work for Ola Prime. They put a Discord within their Discord of mine. So yeah. The whole market is a big iceberg right now. It really is. It's a huge iceberg right now. That's why you got this, like, okay, sometimes you got, when iceberg breaks, you get this kind of sudden movement down. But that's the kind of movement you should expect with the volume being posted. But then you just get this dried up kind of, like, look at this last few minutes, right? Dead center, haven't moved. Negative 15,000. We're now negative 17,000. That's another 2,000 extra sell contracts coming in. And we're just going sideways. There's so many icebergs. This is one giant iceberg again. Now, normally I'd front run this, right? But I want to be a bit more cautious now, because I've been caught out on this move down quite a lot, because the sellers just keep posting more volume. So, all right, fine. I got to wait until they dry up, you know. But normally I would very happily be looking to buy at the bottom of this kind of range. Like right now, I'd normally be very happy to buy this as a front run, because it's just so much sell volume, but we're not actually moving. All it takes is a trickle of buyers to come in aggressively, and this market's moving up. You know what? Fuck it. Let's front run it. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Why not? Let's front run it again. Maybe this is finally the end of this move. I don't quite think it is, because I think it's going to be a bit more of a range, and we still got a bit more movement before we hit to the bottom of the range. But we can front run it. I can add a stop here, and we'll just go right to the top. I don't even have to look at the order flow, because if the buyers don't come in, they don't come in. If they do come in, they do come in. There's not much you can do, because the only thing that's going to make this market go up is buyers have to come in, right? And it's still sellers, but look how much they're struggling, these sellers. Do you know what I mean? They're really, really struggling to get this market down for the volume they're posting. All right, let's see. How useful is the heat map? What's your opinion? It's actually very useful. Like, some traders love the heat map. It genuinely is quite useful, especially for like the depth of market and finding, you know, areas that are being heavily traded in the past, etc. Well worth. Like, look, if you're already on Bookmap, or you have a platform that does have like a heat map, well worth trying it out for yourself. It's a great tool. Like, genuinely, it's a great tool. Been trading for 4.5 years, and I can tell you ATAS is my go-to, because I also trade crypto. Okay, yeah, they're good with crypto, aren't they? But Deep Charts is awesome too. I just love ATAS more because custom indicators and stuff. Nice. So you've tried Deep Charts then? What is would you say it's like a close second for you? Habib, Deep Charts is the same price as TradingView Premium. Yeah, it would be about the same. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, it's a bit pricey. TradingView is a bit pricey, to be fair. But I just love that it's cloud-based, man. I love cloud-based. Like, I can see it on my phone. I mean, I don't trade on my phone, but I don't know. I just love the fact that it's available and it's there. Do you know what I mean? But they need to do a lot more. Like, TradingView genuinely need to do a lot more to make this a proper good order flow platform. They're not truly there yet. They got to add a shit ton more features to make this a better platform. But I believe they will do it at some point. Do you know what I mean? They're just being very kind of, I don't know, they're being a bit slow. They've released it now over a year ago. They've released a footprint. They need to add more features. They need to add a double-sided footprint. We want to see, you know, double-sided like this, you know, where I can have one side, I can have the bid and ask, I can have the delta, I can, you know, I can like customize it more. They need to give you a bit more customization. And a few more tools, like even what Go Charting has, like all these different bar statistics will be great to have. You know, they got like a ton. They got how many trades were taken. I mean, this is pretty cool, right? You can see that, you know, there were 944 trades in that candle, for example. And then you can see, you know, the actual volume as a whole. 944 individual trades posted 1,000 something. If those numbers are massively different, then, you know, one big buyer or one big seller came in and posted one big order, you know, like all these statistics are useful as well to use. So they need to up their game in terms of giving us this kind of stuff. But TradingView's just been a bit lackluster and a bit slow recently, and I don't know why. They need to, because Go Charting is great, but this is always like, this is how it is with all order flow platforms. You'll find like one feature on one platform is amazing, and then others it will be like, it's very hard to find one that kind of covers everything and it does it really well. So I'm still hoping for that to, exist at some point. Let's have a look. MQ, hi Sam, my mentor and the whole community finally give up deep charts due to unable. He lost real money due to instability. Interesting. So you found that it was a little bit unstable. Unstable in what way? Like crashing, or were you trading directly off deep charts, or just using it for like analysis? Does that make sense? Like I'm not trading off trading view. Like these buttons aren't connected to anything. But again, it's a new platform, to be fair. So I think, there's going to be bugs. There's going to be a bit of stability issues. That's probably kind of expected, I think, especially on a new platform. But I think deep charts, like from what I can see, again, I've never tried it. I really do want to try it. It does look good. MNQ is at minus 19K right now. Crazy, man. That's for MNQ. Oh, okay, MNQ, yeah. But still, what are we at now? We're at minus 19 on the S&P. That's insane. That means we've done minus 28,000 extra sell contracts since the open. 28,000. That is a lot, guys. That is a lot of sell volume. This is one giant fucking iceberg. Jesus. This is huge. Whoever's building up this position is serious about something. Is there any news coming out later? I feel like there is. I feel like almost someone knows something we don't know. There's nothing coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some tariff-related shit comes out and someone's building up a big order because they know this market's going to pump or something. Because this is unusual amount of absorption right now. I think we're very early into it, unfortunately. Also, I'm a full-time trader now. Amazing. Great stuff. How long have you been trading for? Oh, no, you've already told me. You said like 4.5 years, didn't you? Yeah, you did, yeah. It looks like it's currently bouncing between last week point of control and current session value area low. Interesting. Very interesting. Dr. Me, I managed to get some points on NQ, but with a very tight stop loss. Good stuff, man. Sammy, try to use info box instead of table. Yeah, the info box is all right, but I think you have to zoom in always in order to see it, right? If you change it to info box, yeah, you have to like zoom in. If you zoom out, it disappears, and that's why I didn't like it. So I was like, I prefer just having it constantly on my chart. I know it gets hard to read if you zoom out anyway, but I don't know. That's, again, personal preference. Whatever works, right? Where are we? Here we go. I still have my yearly sub 1,200 a year, but it's not as customizable, but the indicators are awesome and they are less laggy. Is that for, yearly sub for deep charts, right? I think it was deep charts because you're using ATAS, right? Yeah. So deep charts. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting like confused who's who. I'll keep up, don't worry. TradingView is a great Black Friday sale. Yeah, they usually do. They usually have some decent sales, to be fair. I was trading off deep charts. They have spread issues, but they fixed all the lag issues on the new update. Okay, nice. That's good then. So would you say it works a lot better now than before when they were maybe a bit laggy? Were they quite laggy? Because that's one issue that You don't really know until you try it. And that's another thing with Go charting. They were quite laggy. And truth be told, like, I don't know if you can see. Let me go to Go charting here. You see how it's very hard to kind of tell. But do you see how, like, the numbers don't match up to the movement of the bars in real time? I don't know if you can tell it on the stream, but you can see it better if the bars are a bit bigger. 1 second. Let me make this a bit. Come on. It's not too bad right now, but sometimes it can get very laggy, Go charting. And it just makes it a little bit. I think that's part of the problem of being cloud-based, though. Because a lot of it's going to be down to your, like, PC, and I don't know if it's my PC, if it's my internet, or if what the deal is, or their servers. I don't know. But it is a little bit laggy, and I don't like it. MQ is me. They trade directly from deep charts. Nice. Oh, you were MQ. Okay, I'm with you, Margaret. You're in a different account. Gotcha. Are Mondays typically bad time to trade? Not really. I mean, Mondays, it depends. Like, you can have a shit day any day of the week. But most people say Mondays and Fridays are usually a bit different. It just depends. Personally, I think someone is building up a position here. Oh, I got stopped out. I didn't even realize. Where did I get stopped out? Oh, fucking to the T. All right, fair enough. But it's fine. Someone's building up a big position. This is what I think is going on right now. I think this might be. I wouldn't be surprised if something tariff related comes out, or something randomly comes out in this market, starts shooting up. Because this feels very. Look, we hit -20, -20, and we're still pretty much going sideways for the last however long. This is insane. But no buy aggression is really coming in, meaning they're not ready yet. They're not ready to push this market up. They're still building up a position here. They're still building up an order using buy limits. Went on holiday and now you are MT5 and trading ES. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I moved over. I'll be back on the prop firm side soon. This is the brokerage side. And then ES is well, for some reason they switched off my NQ. Like, I can't physically enter NQ. And it's not to do with the lot size. I can drop it to the lowest amount, 0.1. I can't see. I'm clicking it a million times. I should be in a billion trades right now. Not happening. So, I don't know. So I'm going to kind of trade the ES for a bit. Where did you go on holiday, Entel? Fuck yes, they were insanely laggy, but now it's cool. Oh, that's good to know. I got my 6-figure account frozen on Interactive Brokers, and I had to do a shit ton of stuff to get it back. Oh, trying to switch. What is your opinion on big trade indicator, the bubbles? Useful if you want to know where big trades were, but again, I've never really used it. I can see how it can be useful, but honestly, Margaret, I've never really used because the bubbles. That's different to the deep trade indicator, right? The deep trade indicator shows you basically icebergs, right? So you're doing CFDs now? No. Well, technically, yes. I'm executing CFDs because we're a CFD broker. We don't have a futures side yet. We're not a futures broker yet. But I'm still obviously using a few. I mean, it's the same chart, right? You can look at it's the same thing at the end of the day. You can execute on a CFD side if you want and look at the futures data. That's absolutely fine. The only difference is the price itself. So if you look at the CFD, it's at 68.60. We're at 66.870. So it's a little bit different, the price. But that's literally it. Zanzibar, very nice. How was it? I think buyers are getting ready. Never mind, they got absorbed again. Yeah, they're gearing up. It's gonna happen. There's just a shit ton of there's a big amount of icebergs happening right now. It's gonna happen. It will happen. I think it will happen lower down the range. You know, we're approaching the bottom of the range finally. Around here. So we're getting to that area now. I want to see something actually. All right, let me get rid of this. I can get rid of that. I'm going to redraw some of these areas. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I've got too much shit going on in my chart right now. It's getting all a bit confusing. So I just want to see this volume profile right now. Oh, it's so nasty. I can barely see it. Yeah, I think like here. I think a little bit lower would be nice, actually. I think if it's going to move down there. Okay, we're approaching the bottom of the range. Look, holy crap. Oh, this is 15-minute. I thought it was the 1-minute chart there. I was like, what the hell? Right, I'm on the 15-minute. I was like, I thought they posted like a ridiculous amount of volume. Let's look at the volume distribution though on the, yeah, if you look on the 15-minute volume distribution, it's all red. Look how red that is. Red. We barely got any buyers in the market right now. But you know there's buyers in the market. They're, what do you call it? There's buy limits, right? There's a lot of buy limits in the market. Passively absorbing all this sell pressure. So we just got to wait for the buyers. They do come in like a smidge, and then they do quite well. But then those sellers come in, it's not ready yet. It's just always not ready. Just got to keep waiting. It's like a cycle. 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 7. Mark my words. 6, 8, 6, 7. Basically where we just were. Yeah, the bottom of the range. Yeah. 6, 8, 6, 6. Sorry, it's my buy limit for 3 contracts. Yeah, the bottom of the range. There's definitely going to be a bounce, and we just had that. Let's see if it's ready. We can go in hard. Filled, very nice. You ever thought about doing a late session trading stream? I could do it. Could absolutely do it. It depends if people would want that. Would people want like a later session rather than New York Open? Could absolutely do it. Really need to learn how to hold trades longer. Yeah, so do I, to be honest, Dr. Kais. I'm not good at holding trades long. I want to see you trading after maintenance or even Asian session. I've got some good trades yesterday off the volume profile. Yeah, it's very calm. Like Asian session, truth be told, I mean, that would be very late for me. Like that would be proper bedtime, like middle of the night. So I doubt I'll ever really be trading the Asian session. But unless I'm like abroad on a different time zone, then why not? But here in the UK, yeah, it'll be a bit too late for me. But I can do like afternoon/evening New York session or American session. I can do that. If that interests people, I can definitely do that. Not as like a regular thing, but once in a while. I can definitely do it. You will get good sleep though. Yes, lately NY open session, which is too volatile, and all the actions at the end of the day. Yeah, we had that on the last few streams as well. We just had no action, and then the moment the stream ended, all the action occurred. You're right, Rocky Sam. You're absolutely right. It's been a bit. Oh, okay. This is looking. This doesn't look bad. Are you starting to see the red disappear? Oh, this is looking like this could be the first signs of the move now. I'm going to go and buy again. I'm going to have a stop below here. I'm going to front run it a bit, but this looks like the first potential signs of it. I can have a stop again. Potentially the only reason I say that is the distribution of volume. Finally, we're getting a bit bigger numbers. I know it's the bottom of the range, so naturally you're going to get that. And it looks like the volume distribution is looking okay for a little while here. For the first time, we're having sellers. Actually, we're trading above big sellers. We haven't really had that before. So this is the first potential sign that this could be it now, eventually. How's the London session with volume? Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, the London session. It's okay. Like, you can trade it. I think you're better off going on like the NQ then, or something that moves a little bit more, because the ES literally on London session, the spread is bigger than most candles if you're doing CFD. If you're trading futures, it's fine because you don't really have a spread. But CFD wise, like, let me go to the London session. I'll show you. Let me go to the 1 minute. So the opens here. So here, this is London, right? Oh shit! Come on. There we go. All this is London. It's low volume. Like, the biggest numbers you see are like 200, maybe 200, a few. And then the spread itself, honestly, if you look at the spread on a CFD broker, for the NQ seems to be better spread wise as well. I mean, it's because it's bigger as well, so the spread doesn't look as bad. But in terms of the ES, like, each movement, I mean, let's measure this, right? Just a random candle will measure like 2 points, and the spread is usually then like pretty much 2 or 3 points. So it's one of those, like, it doesn't work to trade. You need such a big move in order just to cover the spread itself. It's not worth trading. The NQ is a bit better. I'm not gonna lie. The NQ you can actually do, but then, like, let's have a look at the NQ real quick. I've got it on here, so I can just switch it over. NQ volume on. So all this is London. Again, the volume is low. I mean, NQ naturally has lower volume, right? So yeah, it's. But the thing is, it moves a bit more, right? So the spread doesn't feel as bad because it's not going to be like 2 candles to spread. It's going to be, maybe half a candle. I know they got a measurement tool here. No, where is the measurement? I don't know, but you can kind of figure out 920 up to 920. So that's already 7 points. That candle is, 24 to 36. So that's 12 points. Not bad. The spread is like 3 points or something. It's, you can actually trade it. But ES, nah, you can trade it ES. Currently, I'm pushing and doing all 3 sessions. All 3 sessions. Damn, Peter, you're in Australia, right? Shit, I just realized you are in Australia. What time is it for you, Peter? This is going to be like the middle of the night, man. I'm actually well impressed if you're tuning in to my live stream at the middle of the night. I am very impressed. That's dedication. Yes, so almost 2 a.m. by you. My God, Peter, you're a machine. You're an absolute machine, man. That is insane. Be careful with Wixie. Think we're gonna try to farm absorb sellers again. Oh yeah, the Wix. Yeah. It's gonna keep happening. It will happen eventually. I'll catch it. I just hope it's in this session. I never traded London session before because it would be 3 a.m. in the morning for me. Yeah, that's quite early. I don't know about you guys, but I can't trade like in the middle of the night, man. After like 6 p.m. UK time, I just want to sleep. It's too tiring, man. I don't know how you get the energy. You use MT5 for your cash. Does that mean it's a CFD? No. So my cash account is with a futures broker, but it's MT5 as well. You can have MT5 on a futures broker. There are a few brokers out there. I can't mention the name of the broker, but you can. This account, because obviously I have to only show Ola Prime. This is an Ola Prime CFD account. Okay. I normally trade overnight because I'm a night owl. Truth be told, I haven't slept yet, and I often stay up to trade the New York Open. I live in the same time zone as New York. Damn, man. So you've been up all night trading. That's crazy, man. Dr. Kais, you guys are dedicated. That's far more dedication than I have. We're almost hitting today's lows on NQ. Let's have a look. Today's lows. Yeah, we're pretty much there. 6848 is my next target for ES if we don't hold here. Let's have a look. Where are we? 6848, did you say? Uh, 6848. All the way down here, yeah. I've got an alert set there. Why do I have an alert set? Well, it's obviously something at some point I set an alert. I don't know why. Maybe these lows? Probably just these lows. Okay, nothing too major. Oh, actually, we broke out from that little range. Let's have a look at the volume posted. The volume is now starting to slowly shift. The sellers are I think the reversal is happening very soon. I think what we'll probably see is a little spike, and then we'll get that sudden reversal. Sammy, do you have any other hobbies like video games or sports? Good question. I'm waiting for GTA 6 to come out. That's honestly, I'll be real with you guys. When GTA 6 comes out, I probably won't. I'll disappear off the face of the earth for like a week straight, and then magically reappear again. I'll have like a beard, long hair. I'll be like in my pajamas all day. When that game comes out, I'm taking a week leave and locking myself in my living room and just playing that game. You have no idea how badly I want to play that game, man. We've waited how long? Over 10 years. Come on, Rockstar. Drop it already. It should be coming out this year. But I have this nasty feeling I'm going to delay it again. I just want to play it, man. It looks so good. I fell asleep in the chair sometimes. How do you add order flow concepts to Forex? You can't really. I mean, I guess like ICT would be similar to that, but you can't really add it other than like volume profile. Because if you don't have the data, you don't have the data. Do you know what I mean? A mate of mine trades Asia and he does so well. I don't know why. I like the middle of the night and punishment so much. It's whatever you're used to, and it's whatever works for you. You know, people can make money in any market. We're all waiting for it. Yeah, so everyone here is waiting for GTA 6. God, that's going to be so good. When is the release date? I know they said it was like summer 2026, right? They kept delaying it though. GTA 6 release date. Let's have a look. Oh shit, they've actually got like a date posted now. I don't know how accurate that is. 19th of November 2026. So basically just before, I mean, right at the end of the year. But that is that's the date they posted now. Yeah, even on Wikipedia it says 19th of November. All right. We have a date. So yeah, November I'll be suspiciously not live streaming. I won't. I'll take some holiday. Play GTA 6 non-stop. The only bad part about that, once the game comes out, how long are we gonna have to wait till GTA 7? And I kind of feel like technology-wise, we're at that pinnacle where AI gaming is going to take over, right? Because they're going to create some insane games with AI, because it can literally create shit like on its own. Nothing has to be like hard coded. It can just create stuff, right? Like a world. I've seen clips of it. There's some engine out there that can just create a world, like an open playable world in real time, and add whatever the hell it wants and just imagine shit up. So when all that technology becomes really refined, GTA 6 is going to feel old in a weird way. It's still hard coded. You know what I mean? So I think it's almost coming out at the wrong time. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like if it's another year or two, they'll be able to use that technology. Maybe they are going to use it. Who knows? But maybe in another couple of years, they'll have that technology to create like the ultimate game, like a game so damn good. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? What is ETH doing? What is Ethereum doing? So order flow concepts aren't as effective. There's no central exchange, so no consolidated tape. The broker only sees their own order flow. Thought you can do futures FX. Yeah, you can do futures FX. So Forex is decentralized. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Like there's no, there's that little spike. I think we're going to drop down. I might be getting ready to buy here. And then hopefully a quick reversal. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's decentralized. So give me a second. Look at that. Look at that spike in volume. I might front run this again. I'm going to front run it. If it gets me out, it gets me out. It's fine. I'm basically doing like a limit order. Well, it's not a limit order, but this is a little gap. I'm just going to wait for the reaction of the gap. There should be a bit of a reaction. That's another 3,000 contracts. This is the spike. I want to see a quick push up then. In terms of stop, let me go on a 5-minute real quick, see what's going on. We still got a little bit more on the lows to potentially achieve, but we'll see. But yeah, sorry, you were saying decentralized. Yeah, it's decentralized, so you don't really have any volume data. The futures, you got the volume data, of course, and you can. There is FX on futures. I'll show you that in a second. So you got like the 6E, which is the euro, 6B, I think it's the pound. But again, it's a sliver of the full market. That's the problem. So the volume data is, again, just a futures market, right? It's not the full FX market because Forex is so big. So the data itself is not going to be as effective on the FX pairs. Look at these sellers still coming in. They just not giving up, these guys. What is wrong with them? Absolute maniacs. What are we at now? We're at 24K. Let me just see what the kind of 5 points. But it's not points, is it? This is pips. I don't know what the conversion is, but because I want my stop to really be like here. So I don't know how far away, because that's the only downside with oh, something happened there. I saw over 1,000 come in and it dropped instantly. $400, $500. Because I'd love to pile on the positions, but I'm just not seeing that follow through from the buyers come in. I'm not seeing any real aggression. I'm just seeing absorption, a shit ton of absorption that gets overwhelmed by so much volume on the sell side. But I'm not seeing aggression come in. We need that aggression, otherwise it's pointless. It will never go up if there's no aggression. It's just absorption. Look at all these big numbers. There's just loads of buy limits basically absorbing all, getting matched up with a ton of sellers. And we're not really moving. And then the iceberg breaks and then you get a sudden boop, little movement, a little peak. All right, bit of buy pressure, but it's next to nothing in comparison to what we're getting on the sell side. It's just not enough. Come on. They're just holding them flat. I think my stop is about right, to be fair. Come on, buyers. Just come in a bit aggressively, man. It's time. The time is now. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going lower to the next low, and then potentially that is it. But it's going to be a slow grind down. Really slow, nasty grind down. And then at some point, boom, all the sellers get squeezed. And you get this sudden crazy jerk upwards. And I just want to be in the market for when that happens. You know? Come on. Look at that. Look at that. There's a bit of volume being posted on the buy side, but I'm going to switch over to the buy sell. I want to see the actual volume. There's a bit of aggression coming in. A bit of aggression, but nothing too major. I want to hold above here. If we can't hold above the buyers, it's pointless. So if we start breaking below the 776, again, it's the same shit. It's not ready. It's going to be just another step down again. So the buyers have to hold it here. If they can't, and the sellers come in too aggressive, look at that again. Super aggressive, these sellers. Yeah, look, and they just break through and then the buyers drop out. It's the same shit over and over and over. But anyway, the Prime is the new kid on the block. Might have to try them. Try us out, man. Honestly, is it Romna? Yeah, Romna. Try us out. We're a decent prop firm, definitely. Downtrend is a bit relentless today. It really is. But again, just look at like for the volume posted to the movement. Oh shit, what have I done there? I've dragged something. It doesn't add up. There's I feel like there's going to be news or something that's going to come out. Someone knows something. They're building up a big order right now. And it doesn't add up, in my opinion. We're back down to these lows here. Let me just draw them out. I can't see. There we go. Back down to these lows. I wonder, I can get rid of this little, I mean, that's not really a gap anymore. I don't know what this was. Oh, that was that low there. Yeah. I can get rid of that. That's fine. And then drop this here. Cool. All right. Hi, bro. How are you? I'm good. Umschaud. Good to see you again. I think now sellers are in control. They're short-term in control, definitely right now. But it's just, again, this is these are buy limits being eaten up, basically. This is it's one big absorption move, what we're seeing here. Like, just look at the candles themselves, right? Look how jaggedy we're moving down, right? It's not a nice clean movement down. It's very jaggedy. That's because there are a shit ton of buy limits. Someone is building up an order, just taking the opposite side of every trade right now to build up a huge order. And then what you'll see at some point, you're going to see like a big move up. The volume to the movement is completely off. There's like a huge divergence on it. Let me go back to the footprint. Ain't loading. Ah, there it is. What the fuck is this market? I'm decaying right now. I know, man. Just hold out. It will happen. The amount of times, like, this happens every so often, you get a market like this. When there's one big player, or it could be a few big players. It doesn't have to just be one entity, obviously. When they build up, they just hoover up every available order they can. And the volume becomes so ridiculous and so like oversold, essentially. That's what we're seeing, you know? And then all of a sudden it pops, and then you get the real move occurs. So you just got to wait it out, essentially. You just have to wait it out. Would you say the sellers are being very inefficient? Quantum, inefficient, hugely inefficient. Like, all right, this is the way you can look at it, right? So we moved from the top of the move, right? This move down. Look what the volume was cumulatively. It was at plus 11,000, right? 10,990, say 11,000. Now, 50 points down. That's all it is. 50 points. It's not even a big move, right? We're now at negative 29,000. So we're now basically 40,000 extra sellers have come in that move, right? 40,000 extra sellers. Okay. Now, of course, that's a huge amount of volume. So it's going to go down, right? Because they're breaking through all these icebergs, right? But the opposite, the reason it didn't flood down, like, honestly, 40,000 contracts is a ridiculous amount of size. You don't really see those numbers very often, okay? Like, if you look at if I get rid of this volume profile real quick, actually, no, let's find a comparable move, and we'll measure the volume, right? So a comparable move, we just want to see how big of a move this is. All right, we're at 80 points now, okay? 80 points. So if I find like a 80-point move, maybe here, that was 45. So say half. All right, 45 is basically almost half Okay, granted that was a New York session. That was London, so the volume's always going to be lower. But if we go to yesterday, maybe. Where's yesterday? Here we go. Yesterday, right? Let's quickly. Now they're starting to get efficient, by the way. Look at how the candles are moving now. Now, all of a sudden, they're efficient. That's how it should be moving with the volume being posted, what we're seeing right now. So this is 100 something points, right? If you look at the volume, shit, it doesn't go far back. So I can only see from here. Look, they're posting like this volume is wrong. Nah, this is wrong, this volume. This is the thing about TradingView. You go far back on the 1 minute, it just posts wrong volume. Like this is definitely wrong. There was no way it went up to 67. This is bullshit. It's just posting random fucking numbers here. I don't know what's going on. Like every number is just 2000. This is we're going back to the 12th of Feb. That's why. Yeah, this is all wrong data right now. But either way, let me just see what was posted here. Okay, now the sellers are actually starting to be slightly efficient, guys. This is how it should be moving for the volume being posted. Look, a few thousand contracts, and it just moved down nicely. None of this jaggedy shit, none of this kind of, absorption. This is clean movement. The last few candles since here, this has been clean. The sellers are actually starting to get a little bit efficient now. It's starting to work in there. Where are we overall? Let me just see where we are. So we broke below those lows. Let me go on a 5 minute. I can probably see it a bit better. I can't tell. What is that? 1 minute. Why is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just realized. All right, yeah, that's fine. That is the low. Yeah. Yeah, it's this gap here I really want. I really want this gap. All right, I think we're going down. We're going down for a bit. Potentially. This could be, holy shit. Look at this volume. 6,000 in that candle alone. Wow. Yeah, this was really interesting. This is well, it's by the low, so I think these are people getting stopped out, to be honest. I think there's a lot of stops being hit right here. Buyers having stops hit. Longer term buyers. I'm going to set an alert here. This is the last gap in that move. I think this is going to be the nice one. And it looks really good, this gap. Like if you look on the 5 minute, it looks quite clean. That is a clean drop in volume. That looks nice, that one there. I think this one's going to be good. Okay. We're going to wait for that. Got an alert. Zoom in. Go back to the 1 minute. I'll have a look at the chat. All right. Sammy trying to catch that reversal. I'm trying to catch it. I'll catch it. Don't worry. Sammy, what's your favorite food? Ooh, Sandy, that is a good question. I love every food. When it comes to food, man, I should be 10 times my size because I eat way too much. You know what? I've really got into Thai food recently. I freaking love Thai food. Like pad Thai, green curry. Oh, mix it all together. Kind of, pad Thai, green curry, rice, mix that kind of together. That is incredible, man. That's like a orgasm in your mouth. Yeah, I've really got into Thai food recently. Are they doing a dollar cost averaging move to buy up the ESD sends? Then it'll power through the whole drop. Essentially, yeah. There's some kind of Usually you see this happen when they know something. Something happens, something gets announced like you saw it when, what was it? I can't remember what the news was now, but it was something to do with Iran or something like that. It was happened last year. You saw the exact same thing happen. It's kind of averaging down. It was just the volume kept building and building and building. It was just trickling down, constantly getting absorbed. And then a few hours later, there was something was announced, and the market just went crazy. And that's insider trading essentially. Someone with huge amounts of capital, they got some insider knowledge. They're just averaging in because they can't place the order all at once. This is the thing, right? And when the orders are really big, it has to kind of be averaged down a bit. You can't just place it all in one go or in one area. So you just got to buy up everything that's available. Like, say, for example, right now, if you knew almost guaranteed that the ES is going to flood up at, let's say, in 2 hours' time, it's going to shoot up and it's going to hit 7,000. Like, imagine you had that knowledge, right? You knew that's going to happen. You would just, every available order that's coming in, you would just take the other side. You'd be like, every seller, you'd be like, yep, I'm buying it. You don't care about your drawdown. You don't give a fuck. You're just buying everything available because you're trying to go all in, trying to put as much volume as possible into the market because you know in 2 hours' time, price is going to be here, guaranteed. So you're just going all in. You just buy everything that's available. And that's essentially what you're doing. But you don't want to affect the price at the same time. You don't want the price to go up yet, right? Because every time as the price goes down, you're getting a better price constantly. So you get this small trickle down, right? You don't want to place too much aggressive orders or anything like that. You want to do it all passively. Because if the price already starts rallying up, shit, you're making less money now, right? So you almost want it to go down and keep getting that better price, keep adding more. If you have that knowledge, it's going to go to wherever in a few hours. So you get that with insider trading. So you just got to wait it out, let it happen. Essentially, these things happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to 7,000. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just seeing from the volume, that's what it looks like is going. That's what's happening because it doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. Where are all these buy limits? Do you know what I mean? Who's buying the other side of all this sell volume? I mean, it's a ridiculous amount, right? Normally, like, it's just too much and it's too consistent. It's like every freaking level has got an iceberg constantly. It's too consistent. Hi, Sammy. Is there a reason you don't use TradingView with TraderVate to trade, for example? No reason, really, JB. Honestly, no reason. I don't know. I've never actually used TraderVate, if I'm honest. So yeah, I heard Ola Prime is top dog now of the prop industry. Is this true? Future Employee of the Year. We are making. Yeah, we've won awards. We're making. We're growing quick. So yeah, I'm very proud of the team. They're doing very, very well. Maybe the market's odd because tomorrow, U.S. President's State of the Union speech. It could be that, Sean. It could be that. But I feel like from what I'm seeing volume wise, someone knows something. I don't know what it is. I can only guess of what it could be. But something is going on. This is very unusual. It's not adding up, Someone is buying. Like, there is 1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000%. I mean, it's not even like speculation. There is definitely a giant buyer in this market, right? You can't post over 40,000 sellers coming in and you're taking the opposite side of that trade, you are a substantial buyer. Do you know what I mean? Who is this person? Do you know what I mean? Who are these buyers? If they're putting that big of a bet in the market, they probably know something. That's my only kind of logical explanation. They must know something, right? Because who else is going to risk that kind of size just on a hunch, right? You almost need concrete evidence, and you can kind of see how it's happening, you know. Just taking it every time, taking the opposite side. It's cool. They're just eating it all up. Iceberg after iceberg, just hoovering it all up, essentially. Ready for something. Hi, Sammy. Wouldn't 50 points be considered good for ES? I don't trade ES, but looking at from the NQ perspective, that moved. We went down almost 300 points with 35k more sellers. Yeah, I mean, for the ES, it's not terrible, but it's just a volume posted. Let's have a look at the NQ. It's the volume 2 movement doesn't quite add up. So the NQ's got big volume as well. Not as big, because naturally the NQ has lower volume. See what the NQ moves a hell of a lot more. You got to remember that. But again, you know, all right, 300 something points for 10,000 at the moment. At the top it was, let me just see what it was. We were basically plus 1,000, so say about 11,000. It's a little bit more. The NQ is actually a little bit more normal. The movement to volume is actually a bit more in line of what you would expect. Still absorption, but not as bad. The S&P though, volume to movement is insane right now. Really, really, really bad. Like we're over 40,000. I know it says 32, but you got to remember we had over 10,000 on the buy side when we started. So they cleared that 10,000 and now moved to minus 33. We're already at negative 43 now, which is just ridiculous, right? Ridiculous volume. Buy Thai is my absolute favorite as well. Have you been to Green Elephant Restaurant in London? I haven't, no. I believe they closed permanently since I was, no, I've never been. But you get some really good Thai restaurants, so just like even in random little towns. As long as it's like Thai owned, you know, like authentic. When you see like people of like different ethnicities or whatever opening up a Thai restaurant, it's never the same, you know. You want that. There was this one dude near a town where I used to live. It was an English guy. He married some Thai woman, right? And literally bring her over here, and he just like opened up this little takeaway, and he just had his wife like cook food non-stop for this takeaway. But my God, was she a good cook? Like that was like some of the best Thai food. You would never look at it like from the outside. You think it's just some little tiny hole in the wall type thing. My God, was that some good food, man? That was insanely good. So I don't know where I was going with that story, but yeah, get yourself a Thai bride. You'll eat well. You can start a takeaway as well. Make some money. Sam, have you done B4? What do you mean B4? Trade of 8 is too ugly for me, but it's nice for execution. Make a Discord. I want to talk to you in VOC. I'll see if I can get a Discord made, black and white. Otherwise, you can chat to me on Instagram if you're happy with that. An interesting thing I saw in that area where sellers just got quite efficient is that started happening when price went below the low volume node. What you think? Yeah, they got they got a little bit efficient there right below it. You're absolutely right, Peter. But then again, their efficiency just stopped again. So there was just a gap in icebergs, essentially, I think. For whatever reason, there was a gap. But it's still kind of back in. You're starting to. I'm not going to chase the market. I want confirmation, and then I'll go in hard. Just caught 131 points. Dr. Me, that's incredible. I'm assuming NQ, right? It's got to be. It's now by Sammy planning for his future wife. I love your fake plants. Yeah, they're definitely fake, of course. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone another living thing. I'll gift you my deep chart sub. I don't use it. Oh, black and white. If you can get me access to that, I'd love to try it out before I buy it. I'd love to try it. That'd be amazing. Sam, have kept on buying as market going down. You taking on the other side. Thanks. Sam, have keep on buying as market going down. You taking on the other side. Thanks. What do you mean? Sorry, broken. I appreciate you, Peter. I'm up now. Have you been watching the Olympics? I haven't been watching the Olympics. No. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to roll up. Actually, let me one moment, guys. I feel like I've been trying to catch this freaking move for so long, and now I feel like I might be missing it. As annoying as that is, we just look on the 5 minute. Yeah, I want to see what happens as we get above here. But this is definitely, look at it. Finally, we got some buy volume coming in. All right, bit of sellers coming in. Let's see if we get a little pullback. Get a pullback, I'll go in. Or I can average in a bit here. Just going to wait, see what these sellers are doing. Come on. Yeah, these buyers are coming in quite nicely now. They are coming in nicely. Where are all those big sellers? They're all here. I'm going to just draw a little line here. Let me get rid of this line. That's distracting me. Yeah, look at these buyers coming in. It's looking nice. I want to see a bit of a pullback or something. Otherwise, I can add a contract here, and then if we do get a pullback, I will average in. I think that's probably the best strategy because it's only one lot. It's not a lot. And I want to add size into this order. So unless we get a pullback, then I can add a bit more size at a better price. So I just want to see what's going on here. Are these buyers remaining strong? Are these sellers starting to fail? It looks like they might be. All right, I'm going to average in with one. That was a terrible execution. It wasn't even there. How did I get executed up there? Never mind. We'll average in if needs be. I want to see stay above there. Yeah, I really wanted a better price, but it's fine. Have you been watching the Olympics? No. Sammy, you left me undelivered on Instagram. Oh, no, I replied to you today, Dr. Me. I replied to you today. Check your Instagram. Like, I genuinely, because it goes into like the request folder, and I don't always check the request folder. And then I saw your message, and I replied to you today. So, okay, we're getting that pullback. We can probably average in slowly. I just want to see if there's nothing I'm missing. Because ideally, I'll be honest, guys, I really want to actually buy down here. This is the gap. I feel a little bit shitty about buying so high up. But I know how many times it can get close to it and then finally make its move. And then I'll be even more pissed off if I miss it and not take anything at all because I'm waiting for it to go to this area here. Does that make sense? But I really want it to go like there. I want to buy. That would be such a better price. But I'm seeing I need to make a decision. Do I think we're going to get to 827? I think we might do, actually. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. Because I could either try averaging in. The problem is, if I try and average in and we do get to 827, I'm going to have to obviously have my stop here. That means I get quite a bad loss. Or I can wait and be patient for it to get here, but there's also, it doesn't necessarily have to go there, right? It could make its move now and then miss the trade completely. So I've got an option of potentially risking a bigger loss if I average in, or missing the trade completely. Fuck it, I don't know. We'll see. Sammy egoed you, Dr. Me. No, honestly, Dr. Me, I replied, I promise you. Sammy, when are you going to do another meetup? I want to see you come to the US. I'll probably be at the US at some point. But the US is huge. Like, where in the US? Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever there's like expos and stuff like that, they'll generally send me to them. Like, if it's like a big, like I was in New York last year. Who knows? Maybe this year I'll come to New York again. I like New York though. It was nice. Great pizza, man. You guys got some amazing pizza. You definitely put crack inside your pizza. I'll be real. Like, New York, definitely. I'm pretty sure every pizzeria in New York adds crack to their dough or something, because that food was too good. I was like addicted to it. Like, every morning I just went down, bought myself like 2 slices, and just fucking I lived off pizza out there, man. It was ridiculous. The goat said, "Hey, macros. I was talking about you earlier on this stream. So when I was saying there was I know a trader who loves cluster delta and still uses it, even though you could use like more substantial platforms. I was talking about trade with macros. Eamon, good friend of mine, still using cluster delta. The guy's like a billionaire, and he uses cluster delta at $7.50 a month. But it works for him. You know, it works for him. Good to see you, Eamon. Good to see you. NQ couldn't sweep that low, but did when we moved up. Mate, from all my years of experience, I'm gonna tell you to wait for the setup. Don't rush it. I know. I'm fine. It's the volume that came in. I think it's just gonna be a dickhead, and it's not actually gonna touch the area, and it's gonna go up. If it starts retracing, I'm not gonna scale in. I'm gonna if we get a retracement, I'll get out. I'm not gonna average in, and then wait for it to go here. Then I'll add in loads of size. That's what I'm gonna do. Come to New York. Come to a speech at my college. They wouldn't book me. They'd be like, "Who's this guy? We don't know who this guy is." We had news about the tariff at 10 a.m. Eastern. EU freezes US trade deal approval over Trump tariff uncertainty. Eamon with his always bringing the news, Eamon. But good to see you, man. How's it been? What do you think, Eamon, about this massive? Well, it's not a massive sell-off. Do you find it suspicious? Which institution has absorbed all of these sellers? Something is off, right, Eamon? Someone knows something. They're building up a big fucking buy order right now. Maybe BlackRock or something. I think BlackRock is buying up every freaking sell contract. They know something is about to happen, right? I want to see Eamon's take on this, because Eamon's also a order flow trader. This move down was highly suspicious, man. Highly, highly suspicious. Sir, market is bullish or bearish? Are you talking about the ES? I mean, it depends. Long term, short term, it depends what you trade, right? Long term, we're in a range. Long term is just a ranging market. So right now, I would say more bullish, right? Because we're at the bottom of the range. Short term, again, I would say more bullish now. I think the sellers have truly. I think the position's been built. I would say definitely more bullish. I think we're going to get that kind of movement where it's going to be like a train. It's just going to boom, 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 non-stop kind of go up. It's going to be very aggressive kind of movement up. I think that's the kind of play we're going to get now, potentially. I think it's going to bounce at 24,800. That will be NQ you're looking at. Sammy is ready to make bank now. Yeah, I think this might be it. I think we finally are starting to get the move. I'm going to look at the volume distribution, see what's going on here. Because, yeah, it's this candle here that's kind of really, on the 5 minute, that's kind of cemented it a little bit for me. It's the first, big amount of buyers. They're holding it up now. Yes, we might get little pullbacks, but I'm going to keep buying into it, I think, every time we get a pullback. And ride this wave up. Go to the 1 minute. I agree. Retracement to 24,840 NQ level appears to be a reasonable scenario. I found that a confluence of low volume node and other high time frame levels to be a pretty reliable trade. That's good, man. That's good, Cody. Add a low volume node on NQ from 677 down to 660 along with previous day lows. That's I like that, actually. That you're putting it as a confluence with something else. Really good, man. Really good stuff. Let's see what NQ, what Eamon and who was it? JB. Let's have a quick look. Look at the NQ. And you guys were saying 24,800. 24,800. Yeah, I could see that as definitely the first kind of, leg back and then maybe a potential pull up. I want to see. Yeah. Definitely. There's a little low volume node there where it's going to have a bit of a reaction on the NQ, I think. But ultimately, I'm just based on the volume on the ES that was printed and the movement, I'm still very adamant there's a big buyer in this market and they're going to push this market up. There is something's not right. It's suspicious for me. It's very, very suspicious. So I'm going to do the same with the ES real quick. Yeah, you got a really nice low volume node. There's definitely going to be a reaction on that. Yeah. And then I think I can add more. If we break above that, come back, then I can add a lot of positions here because it shouldn't then break below that node. And that kind of anchors me where I can have a stop and all that, and then I can really add on the size. I think that's the game plan here. So let's let that play out. Let's let that play out. Let's see if there's any more comments. I'm going to go to financial juice as well. I want to see financial juices. Oops, what am I doing? There it is. Financial juice. Here we go. Just stop it. Leave me alone. All right. Anything coming out right now? Nothing. No, it's all pretty boring. Okay. No worries. There's nothing there. The thing is, I really want to add size, but I don't want to add it here, not below the gap. It's a hard decision. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to be patient. As much as I want to pile on some size right now, so I'm only one lot in. It's like it's nothing. Yeah. Let me look on the 5 minute. I want to see if there's any. Yeah, these sellers are getting. These buyers are holding up quite well. I've got a little bit of, slowing down. I think there could be a bit of a retracement, and that's fine. But I would really expect a retracement to be here more. But again, it doesn't have to touch it, right? It's like an area. But here is where I really want to buy. I really, really want to buy down here. I'm trying to weigh up the likelihood. What is the most likely scenario? I'm trying to figure out a game plan. Because I could hold it, because I want to add size. I want to find a good place to add size, right? If we get a retracement, I can buy into the retracement, but I'm still kind of weary that we could get to this area. And I don't want to add size when we're in, higher up. This could just be. Otherwise, there's two places I can add size. I can three places. I can either wait for a retracement, add size on the retracement. That's my least favorite. I could either actually get out the position, be super patient, wait for my alert to get triggered, come to this area, and then add a lot of size here for the move. Or this could just be, like a train. It's never really going to retrace much. But if we break through this low volume node, come back, and then I can add a lot more size again on here and then keep my stop nice and tight below the gap. Those are my three options. And I'm trying to weigh out which one is the most likelihood, most likely to occur. But I honestly, at this point in time, I don't know which one is most likely. All right, we've gone sideways. We were at 28. Now we're at 29. That means more sellers are coming in. They're still keeping it flat. That means it's still more in the favor of the buyers, in my opinion. Sellers are getting absorbed higher up now. So that means there are icebergs being moved forward, which means the trend wants to continue. Rather than, it looks like they've already been filled then. So whoever placed all those buy orders, they're probably filled. We'll see. Sammy Hammerfoot right on that low volume node. Oh yeah, Peter. Well spotted. Right there. There is a Sammy Hammerfoot. But that makes it worse because I want it to go up. It's a bearish one. There's a Sammy Hammerfoot. I mean, it could retrace down and hit TP, I guess. PML at 6,810. What do you think? 6,810. 6,810. Yeah. 6810 would be a very interesting area, actually. I've got it marked as well. It's far away, though. I mean, yeah, definitely. If we get to 6810, that'll be very interesting. The only problem I have with this move up, only problem I don't like, there wasn't that much volume behind it. We had volume at the beginning of the move, like here and here. This is beautiful. But then we had volume here as well, but we kind of died off. Yes, we're just going sideways. We're getting sellers come in. They're not really pushing it down as well. I'm expecting more kind of momentum from the buyers. Like it started off really good, but it kind of died off. So I almost feel. But then again, we have got icebergs higher up now. We're seeing icebergs higher up in the book, meaning people are trailing essentially. You know, they're adding orders, adding buy orders as we're moving up to catch kind of retracements and little pullbacks. So I don't know. But I'm not fully convinced right now. Truth be told, I'm not fully convinced that this is the proper move up yet. I'm really not fully convinced. I mean, the ideal scenario, what I would really, ideally, what I want to happen, is I want us to come back down into this area, then the move happens. That would be ideal for me. That would be beautiful. If we keep drifting up, okay, fine, I can add size, but then I get shit prices. Like I'll have to only add size after every kind of break in area. Then you got, you know, the point of control here, so it's going to bounce off back into it. You're going to get that kind of nasty movement. If I can add a lot of size at the get-go in one of these gaps, that would be really nice. And then I have a really good price as well. Because then I can add size, you know, this little low volume node. If we do that, I can add a bit more size. I can add a bit more size here again and keep riding it up. But until we get back to, you know, up here and then get out. But that's not as ideal in my opinion. It really isn't that ideal. So in a weird way, I actually want it to drop. I would rather it come down and allow me to enter with more size than average in with, okay, I can get in with more size, but average in at a shitter price. All right, well, it'll do one of the two. I don't know. It'll do something. I'm just going to have to wait. There's not much I can do, really. I need to ring a little bell here. I need to be able to ring a little bell. Yeah, Peter, that would be great, man. If you could, like, notify every time you see a Sammy Hammerfoot, that'd be great. If we will hold above 6,850, I think it'll be a good place to add buy. 6,850, yeah. My only worry, Eamon, is that we haven't cleared the gap. So I know if we get to there, into that gap, there's going to be some kind of reaction. A good chance that there'll be a bearish reaction. And I don't know how deep that would go. Like, it could very easily, in my opinion, actually cause it to go all the way back down to here. Because this is a very nice gap. A very, very nice gap. That can have a serious reaction. I am not fully convinced we'll clear that easily. Fuck it. Whatever happens, either way, if we reject off this gap and it wants to go back down, that's okay. Well, then that's good. because then I can add size when we get down here. If we do blow through it, then I just have to add size at a higher price, but I'm not comfortable right now adding size. So either way, it's fine. Something will happen and I'll be able to get in with more size. I don't know. My donkey ankle soup model has been screaming longs all day. Looks like a tough fight here between buyers and sellers. Could mean chop for a bit. Definitely. There's definitely going to be a bit of chop. There's always chop. Yeah. All right, let's see a retracement. Get back down. That'll be good. And I can add. I want to go in hard. I want to go in. I can easily go in, 7, 8 lots. That would be good. That would be great. I just need that extension. That'd be great. That'll be amazing. If I can jump in 5 to 8 lots down here. Beautiful. Looks like a tough one. Technically, it looks like a bullish flag. Yeah. A bull flag. You're absolutely right. It kind of goes down and then it'll shoot back up again. You are right, Peter. Not Peter, sorry, Dr. Me. Makes sense, man. Thanks for your teaching, brother. Always so interesting. I'm going to head off soon to try and get a few hours sleep before Asia. Hope she is better. Absolutely, Peter, man. It's so late by you. Go to sleep. Get some rest. You need it. But thank you for tuning in, Peter, man. I'll see you tomorrow. We're coming up to NY lunch. Will we be abandoning all attempts if we don't enter a trade by then? No, I mean, it should be fine. Like, even, lunchtime can be a bit, you get in a bit of a ranging market, but the move will still happen. The thing is, we're already 2 hours into this session. It could take another hour before we get the move. This is the thing. All right. I think I'm going to make an executive decision here. I think we might get a bit of a retracement back down to here. This one contract, let me see how much I can hold it. I mean, I would, in order to, I don't want to risk all that as a stop. So let's get rid of that. I think, okay, if we break these lows here, then I think we're going back down to, 6,823. If we stay above these lows, then I think, it could just be a little retracement and we go back up again. Then I can, with this one lot trade, the small trade, that will be the defining factor. But ideally, I want it to go here. Just I don't know if it will. This is the problem. I really do not know if it will actually go there. We've got a slight little gap in volume here as well, where it could bounce off of. So it's all a bit shit right now. It's all a bit shit. If this move drops, it obviously because of the semi-alpha, obviously. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not going to move until 1. If we don't get the move now, potentially, yeah. I think it'll be a bit of time. In that case, I'm still going to trade it because I want to catch this move. I'm determined to catch it. So I'm going to have my alerts set, and I will post if I catch the move. I'll post it on my Instagram story because I'm determined to catch this move. I'm not giving up yet. So I'll have a stop here on this one. I think I'm going to log off, take a break, have some food. I am starving. So in this one little, my game plan moving forward, very simple. If we break below this gap, this little one here, I think we're going to go down and revisit this gap. Well, actually test this gap. That's where I want to go in hard for a buy. So this one little lot here, I can have my stop by this black line here. If it takes me out, no problem. Then I'm going to wait until we get down here, and I think it will happen then, right? Then I can go in hard. If it doesn't stop me out and it drifts up, then I'm going to set a alert up here, which means we've broken past this gap. Then I can jump back in and add size when we retest to go back up here. That is literally the game plan. One or the other. Yeah. So either add size at the bottom here, or we're adding size here. One of the two, it has to happen. As for now, I'm just going to wait, let the alert ring out. One of them is going to happen. And from there, I can make a decision. But as for now, it's just going to, I mean, we could wait, but I'm hungry. Sammy trying to feed his family tonight. Exactly. Got to feed the fam. Got to feed the fam. I haven't even got any food in my house. Like, my fridge is empty. Honestly, it's terrible. I'm going to have to order food. I'm going to have to go on to Uber Eats and order something because I've got nothing to eat. Like, I'll show you what I had for breakfast. I literally had no food and I was working. I've got a little bucket here of little random treats. So I'm literally eating like a child right now. Little gingerbread men. That's all I've eaten. Little cookies. Little, this bucket here, this is more for my nephew. Whenever he comes around, he likes to, dig in some sweets as a little kid, obviously. So I'm eating. Yeah, I know, man. I need to go shopping. So, but trading comes first. I can go shopping later. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to catch this trade, then I'm going to go to the shop and buy real food because I've eaten like a 5-year-old today. Oh dear. Trading is more important than drinking water. Exactly. I can survive without food and water for a few hours. I can't survive without the market. The market gives me energy. The market gives me purpose in life. And that's what's important. We are degenerates. Together, we are all degenerates that are addicted to this bullshit. Oh, come on, man. Go down. I really want it to go back down here. I would even happily put some buy limits down here, man. But never mind. All right, guys. I'm going to call it there. I'll keep you guys updated on Instagram. I'm going to post a story. Whichever one gets hit, I'm going to go in and I'll post it on Instagram. Something's going to happen tonight. It's going to be a good trade. We're going to get movement. But until then, thank you all tuning in. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, New York Open. But yeah, keep an eye out on my Instagram story later on today and see how it all played out. Hopefully, it plays out well. Unless it just ranges from now on. That will really piss me off. And then I quit and I'll get a job at McDonald's and that will be it. So this is a defining moment of my future. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks all for tuning in. Take care, everyone.